This all situated here. Good rising, good seeing everyone. Good seeing everyone. Sorry I was a little bit late, letting everybody kind of get their opportunity to spend a little time in the chat. Everybody likes to have time, have their fun in the chat. Shalom, shalom. Good seeing everyone. Let's play a little Psalms 23 to start here. From Yada Yada 7. Let everybody gets a chance to come in. Shalom, family, shalom. Good seeing everyone. Thank you to the moderators that are here. Thank you for the whole family coming in. Gonna be our New Year's this evening. New events coming on the world. Changing of the guards happening, as you can see. No, YouTube didn't remove it. I just made it private for right now. Something going on between me and the Most High. Beautiful song. Let's listen to the other one. Psalm 121. Sung in Hebrew, yada yada 7 as well for a little bit. Let more of the family come in real fast before we get into it.
Suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold. Ayasha, Ayanyamya, Al, Aharyam, Aaya, Yabawa'a, Izaria, Izaria, Yabawa'a, Mayahawa, Sha'asha, Shemayim, Warataza, La'a, Yanathan, Lamawat, Regalia, Yala'a, Nawam, Shashamoria, Hana, Yala'a, Nawam, Wala'a, Yashem, Shashamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemaria, Yahweh, Tizalia, Al, Yum Yum Ya, Hashemash, Yala'a, Hakaya, Ayawam, Wala'a, Halabana, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashemaria, Rakal, Rai, Yashemar, Nepasha, Yahweh, Yashemar, Halalakya, Wababa'aya, Ma'aitha, Wa'ai, Awalam, Amma.
All right, family. Great seeing everyone here. Absolutely wonderful times we're living in. Tonight, sundown is when here we're going to start to celebrate our new year. I know other people might do it at different times. Whatever, however the Most High leads you. We're not at the time where we're sitting and arguing about when we're going to celebrate the new year. We just know it wasn't January 1st. It wasn't when the Gentiles decided to bring in their new year. We know that ours revolves around equal day and equal night, as talked about with the Enoch calendar. I know the Enoch calendar does it around the 17th, which is around St. Patrick's Day, which, that possibly could be it too. But I'm just going to do it around the 19th this evening. And we just know that going forward, there's going to be even more miraculous events. And just start looking from going back to 2/22/22 and how, everything started over there with Russia and Ukraine right after that. And this week, I guess Wednesday, I think that they're talking about how NATO is going to have a big meeting discussing about how they might put in a peacekeeping force into Ukraine. And how pretty much what Russia says, if that happens, that's pretty much going to be the start of World War III. So, it's no coincidence that these events are taking place around the time of our new year. We've got a couple weeks before Passover. So we anticipate huge events coming between now and Passover, and then even after that. You're going to have unleavened bread, all of those things are going on right now. And as you can see how the world is falling apart all around us, that is just more confirmation that, the times that we are moving into. They're getting ready to have some huge meetings where I guess Biden's supposed to actually fly over there. I think to Brussels to attend this meeting. So, like I said, there's huge events that are taking place and huge revelations every day. And like I said, it's just amazing how the Most High is working when, he's awakened his people to be able to bring this truth out and to be able to give correct understanding. Because like I said, when you're talking to the Gentiles, it's just amazing how apparently for them, history only started 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And they refuse to look backwards, anything further back. And it's amazing how they've been so proud of their history for so long. And now all of a sudden they want nothing to do with their history anymore. They were proud of all these laws that they had made up to keep our people down, to keep our people at the bottom. And now when it's time to, talk about those kinds of things, they don't want to talk about that. And that's what like a lot of these preppers and a lot of these other people are all having these videos, and they're talking about, Russia and what Russia's doing, but they have just totally forgotten their history. They've forgotten the things that they've done. And that's, like I said, it's amazing how, but that go with Pluto and that amnesia. Pluto is playing a part for us as the Most High's chosen people, but it's also playing a part for the Gentiles. It's playing a part with the Gentiles as well. It's giving them that amnesia, how they don't want to remember their history. This history that they've been so proud of, that they've been shoving down our throats for hundreds and hundreds of years. How they were on top, how they justified putting us at the bottom, how they justified all the horrible and heinous things that they did to our people. They justified all that because, they had white skin and we had black skin. We were 3/5 of a man, and, they're next to godliness. They set all this, the whole system up against us and set it up for them. And now they don't even want to talk about the history anymore. Exactly, denying that even Pluto was even a planet. And I said, yeah, Red Summer of 1919 wasn't that long ago. I mean, all of these things, and it was, what was it? The Off-Grid Desert Prepper was just talking about the histories. Like, you guys are talking about how horrible Putin is, but you guys are just, quick to forget. Nobody wants to have a conversation about what we did in Iraq, how we killed, 1 million civilians, and how, talking about invading sovereign countries, but how we went into Syria, how, we went into Libya, how we went into Iraq, how we had all of these, we're looking for WMDs that weren't even there and they never found. And no one talks about those types of things. And see, that's the whole thing. Like I said, you guys are totally oblivious to this history that you're going to have to pay for. Just because you don't want to talk about it, just because these are, subjects that you don't want to touch, the Most High is about to touch you. He's already touching you. He's going to touch these subjects and that you don't want to talk about. And he's going to make you have to pay for these things. And, even when a lot of these pastors that we talked about in our video, and like I said, I let it out and I kind of put it private. It's not you two that's messing with it. It's myself. It's just something that's going, Most High and I are just going back and forth on and dealing with. So it's just something between my Most High and I. Okay. And so if you see it, it's up. If it's down, it's not YouTube, that's me. There's a lot of things that are going on that they're just don't want to talk about. And even with the scriptures, they've just pretty much bastardized our scriptures. They've gone through them and they only talk about what they want to talk about. They don't really expand on things. And they've gotten away with it for such a long time because no one was ever in a position to question anything that they had to say. Pretty much it was, hey, I said it. This is what it is. Don't question me. You don't know Greek. You don't know Hebrew. So therefore, these are our words. This is our Bible. You're lucky that we're letting you even participate. And that's how they've been able to get away with all of these, these lies and these horrible breakdowns. And now that the Most High has awakened his people and he, separated us, starting, and from the new year a couple years ago in 2020, that was when everything just started, everything got shut down. After our New Year's in 2020, the separation began and the Most High has really been downloading information and understanding to his people. And now, we've been talking about Esau. We've been talking about the history and we've been talking about all these things. And see, forever, they were able to just ignore it. They were able to ignore all of this information. But see, now it's come to a head now where they can't ignore it because see, the Most High makes us say things and then the Most High confirms it. And now that he's confirming the things that he's telling us to say, now they can't ignore this information anymore. Just like we said, when we talk about 2019, we went from 1619 to 2019, the 400 years from Genesis 15:13, and how everything has gone downhill since the end of 2019. The numbers fit perfectly. So, and we talk about how this is just the start of the recompense that the other nations are going to have to pay for what's happened to the Most High's chosen people. Forever, they were able to ignore all that. They were able to say, oh, the 400-year prophecy happened when the Egyptians were when the Israelites were in Egypt. That has nothing to do with what's going on now. But now that these things are now starting to, come to pass, now they can't ignore it because their prophecies are not working out. Their rapture doctrine isn't working out. The Antichrist is about to come on the scene when we're showing you how the Antichrist has been here. All these different things that they've been talking about is not coming to pass. But the Most High makes his people say certain things, and the Father makes it happen. And that's why they can't just ignore us anymore. So they could put our people on the sideline. They could put us on the street corners and have us yelling and screaming and acting a fool. Then they could easily just ignore our people. But see, now that we're not like that, now that we're actually bringing information, and the Most High is giving us information to us to bring to the world, and he's confirming it, now they just can't ignore it anymore. That's why, that pastor from that other channel, you guys know who we're talking about, who did the whole video on Esau and tried to break things down on Esau. And we watched it. Some of us, I didn't watch the whole thing. I don't need to watch it, but a little bit of it. But he was breaking things down, and he was just giving, what they do is real sneaky, is that they'll say, oh, well, this word is in Hebrew, and this Hebrew word means this. And then they'll just talk about that word or whatever else. But it's like, when you study Hebrew, these words have multiple meanings. They have different meanings. So it's not like you can always say that this word might have a whole bunch of different meanings. So you can pick, so even still, they can go and pick and choose whichever word they want to concentrate on. Okay? And they can kind of expound on that. Just like the word Pluto. Pluto had 3, 4, 5 pages full of different words that could go along with Pluto. And I guess there was a book that actually had 12 words. Okay? 12 pages of information from just that one word, like what it would represent. So, same thing with these Hebrew words. I said they think they're slick. You can see it now. I say, oh, so you're just gonna get that one word, use that one definition you want to use, and kind of run with that one for a little while. I said that's what they've been doing, and they've been able to get away with it. And that's it. You came back and it was gone, right? So they put it up. It was a long video. People singing, having a good old time. He was breaking it down for quite a while. And then if you wanted to go back and check it out, they took the video down. And it was like, if you guys, are trying to break down, hey, good seeing you. I said, if you guys are trying to break down Esau, I mean, it's like forever you guys said that Esau was done away with. There was no such thing as Edomites anymore. You guys have ran with that forever. And now all of a sudden, this pastor's saying that Esau has been here the whole time. That Esau has pretty much been here to be the whooping stick for the Israelites. Whenever we got out of line, we got out of the favor of the Most High, he would use Esau to enslave the Most High's chosen people. And this pastor, he knew that. He was breaking that down. So it's like, well then, it's like, then if Esau's been here the whole time, you just can't go back 2 or 3 years and look at how maybe some of your rights had been violated as you feel. You need to go back way further than just that. And they refuse to do that. Because it's like, hey, who was used to enslave people? Who's been used to enslave other people? And he did not even want to touch that. He went back a couple years, and that was pretty much it. It's like all of a sudden slavery doesn't exist anymore. And that's it. Like I said, they don't want to talk about, this history that they've been so proud of for such a long time. But, and that's like I said, and that's okay. That's why we're here. I says we're going to go into that information and that understanding and bring that out. But the fact, like I said, they took it down so fast, lets you know that they don't really feel comfortable having that conversation, talking about those types of things. Let me check out some of you guys' comments here. I don't watch too much Mark Fugel. Yeah, they're always trying to hide themselves. Nothing new. Nothing new. So yeah, so we're not going to be here very long today. Just want to give everybody an opportunity to kind of come in, talk a little bit, say Happy New Year, enjoy yourselves this evening, thanking the Most High for another year. Thinking about, a couple weeks from now and Passover. Looking forward for these other events that are be coming on the earth. I know everyone, enjoying the Shabbat right now, resting, relaxing. So I'm going to do the same thing with the family. Like I said, I just wanted to come out. I haven't been here for a few days. Most High kind of having me stand down a little bit, rest a little bit. Letting the nation study on their own, spend more time with the Most High on their own. So, and just waiting and anticipating these huge events that are on our way. But definitely Happy New Year to everyone. So, it's a time for everyone for self-reflection, everyone to spend time with the Most High, everyone to study to show they self-approved. And sometimes that's a reason why the Most High kind of calls us back and has us, lean back a little bit, wait, so other people can study, follow the Most High, develop those relationships. Just like Brother Big Levi, I think he kind of was told to kind of shut it down a little bit. Most High's kind of telling me the same thing for right now. It's like, so I said I haven't been making as many videos because Most High wants me to spend, spend more time with him, develop my relationship, develop my spiritual awakening as well. Because like I said, we're definitely anticipating some huge events that are coming. I haven't even heard much about the rapture as much, or the breakdowns. That means that their breakdowns are horrible. As you can see, they can't stand up to scrutiny. Because even in that video, people were putting down, they were putting comments, because it was a live, and they were just deleting stuff. Because it said, it's very difficult to, hey, it's hard to combat the truth. You got to talk. You got to stand on every part of it. You got to understand all. You can't just go back 10 years or 2 years or 30 years and act as if all the other history that you guys have doesn't exist. Like I said, right now it's also, like I said, it's very important that everyone is studying, growing, getting closer to the Most High, chasing after Him, working out your own, salvation with fear and trembling. And sometimes the Most High, has us kind of step back so that, He can do His work, and have us, actually grow and get closer to the Most High in other ways as well. This is definitely an awesome time. Meditation definitely is key. So definitely things I have to work on as well. So Most High, will have me just kind of take a step back, and I have to work on certain things. I have, in order to get closer to the Most High as well. Yep, studying, meditating, higher self. The inward work, very true. Thank you, Phyllis. But thank you guys so much for coming. Like I said, have a happy new year. It's great to spend a little bit of time with the family. But all praise is the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who was wisdom? Who was the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Shalom, family.